Good evening and welcome to Sunday Rendezvous. That evening time when we come together to tell stories that may change our mood on the positive vibes or sober reflection. Just as usual, we have gathered stories from far and near to make your evening really worth relaxing. Let's roll the drum. I am Chiegono Aro. Thanks for joining us. In line with the Enugu State Government's education policy, about 1,700 SS3 students in Enugu East local government area will be registered at no cost for the 2025 WAEC to ameliorate their plight. Chika Ugu covered the official presentation of checks on behalf of the state government to the school pupils and principals.
The governor, represented by the secretary to the state government, Professor Chidebere Onya, said, for any society to thrive, education should be given ultimate priority. Re-emphasizing the governor's dream on education, which took almost 33% of the state budget, and setting up of smart green schools in all the 260 wards in the state, Professor Onya commended the council chairman for taking governor's vision to the grassroots.
We are proud of the work you're doing in Enugu East. We see all the innovations. We see how you work with us. We see your revenue drive. We see how you have plugged corruption in this local government and how you support your workers and you continue to build them. So we're very happy about it, and Enugu State will continue to showcase its leaders that reflect an understanding and an alignment to the vision of His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndube Silva.
The Enugu East Council chairman says the program is one of the policy thrusts of his administration in education.
We are rolling out these human capital measures in order to address the poverty index in our sector. The mindset is to get the best of brains in the generation and give them the best of condition.
Some stakeholders react as checks represented to the various public schools in Enugu East.
Our chairman is a gift direct from God. And that is why everybody is feeling the impact.
I feel so overwhelmed with joy. I want to pray for him that the good Lord started the things up with him. He will continue to use him to accomplish a lot of projects that he has started.
The payment of the WAEC fees is expected to ameliorate the challenges indigent parents faced in the rural areas. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
To improve efficiency and increase the manpower needed for safe guarding the highways, the Federal Road Safety Corps, RS91 Enugu Sector Command, has inducted 55 volunteer special marshals and 2 honorary special marshals. Chimarake Ugu reports.
Road safety is a collective responsibility, as no agency can tackle the challenges effectively without the support of other stakeholders. To achieve success, there is need to embrace collaborative initiatives to achieve safer roads in the country. It is in cognizance of these that these 55 patriotic Nigerians volunteered to collaborate with the Federal Road Safety Corps, RS91 Enugu Sector Command, to reverse the increasing trend of preventable road crashes. The Zonal Commanding Officer Zone RS9 and the Sector Commander FRSC Enugu State Command, while commissioning the volunteers, said special marshals are collaborative and supportive workforce of the Corps, bringing time, expertise, materials and other resources to complement the efforts of the regular marshals at ensuring safety of the roads. They charged the volunteers to key into the global ambition that the FRAC has set for the 2025 cooperative strategic goals, which is to achieve a 10% reduction in road traffic fatality and injury through focused intervention.
We as a command will always look up to you for that collaborative synergy, support, and mutual understanding. Bearing in mind that to whom what is given, what is expected.
Ensuring safety on our road is a collective effort or responsibility. Is the world aspiration for road safety as conceived by United Nations in their decade of action on road safety?
With the spirit of volunteerism that is their driving force to be enlisted as special marshals, the volunteers promise to work hard and be committed to their duties of ensuring safe roads for travelers.
The Corps has an outstanding image that they should key up to the image. Reputation of the Corps is always paramount. They should follow the rule of the game and make sure that they do the job diligently, and at the end of the day, the life, which is the target of FRSC, will be saved.
The honor I've gotten today, I'm going to carry it down to my own locality to preach to them the way they should behave, especially the people that are driving. Those that are not driving, the way they are going to make their own moves in order to make sure that we are having a good relationship, especially to the road safety sector.
The event also featured the investiture of 2 distinguished Nigerians with honorary special marshals. The Federal Road Safety Corps maintains that all hands must be on deck to achieve safety on the roads. In Enugu, Chimaroke Ugu, NTA News.
We take a short break here now. Do stay with us.
NTA Enugu live news program Searchlight returns to you soon on Saturdays by 7 p.m.
And we now go over to our curtain raiser on the Rendezvous segment. Experts have identified poverty, eroded values, intolerance, and poor parenting as some of the possible causes of marital violence. Yukeria Ugu in this report takes a look at marital violence, causes, implications, and the way forward.
The alarming rate of marital violence in various homes in recent times is unprecedented in the history of this nation. Cases of husbands chopping off wives' hands, setting wives ablaze, inflicting serious injuries, or maiming their spouses have been making waves in the pages of news dailies, mainstream and social media space. The question that boggles the mind is where it all went wrong that the sanctity of life is thrown to the wind. It is wondered how the undying love couples profess to each other at the altar of God sours at the slightest provocation, and thereby validating the axiom that love is what makes 2 imperfect halves a perfect whole. Respondents blame the ugly trend on eroded values, intolerance, poverty, poor parenting, and desperation, as well as aggression.
Tolerance is the bedrock of marriage. And in a situation where the husband cannot tolerate or the wife cannot tolerate any longer, it gives birth to any kind of violence, including physical abuse.
Poverty level, when the man can no longer afford, as the head of the family, to bring food, to put food on the table of the family, and the woman takes that responsibility, at times there are suspicions.
Family, as unit of society, mirrors the larger society.
Children that go through violence, that have that knowledge of the sins of violence, or have seen the sins of violence, The point is that at times they are also very, 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 very violent, because they see that violence as the normal, as the new normal, as the in thing, or they are also very, 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 very withdrawn. Let me tell parents, if you are fighting every day and your children are watching that, the girls may say, I don't want to get married again, I don't want to go through what my mother has been going through. Or the man will say, I don't want to get married. Then in your old age, you'll be worried. Why is it that my son or my daughter doesn't want to get married? It's the sins of the past.
On the way forward, experts have advocated effective communication, tolerance, counseling, reorientation, as well as separation.
Jaw is better than war. First, there should be an effective communication, because one of the ways to resolve conflict is effective communication. Because if you don't communicate effectively, you live in assumption. You will assume and I will assume. And when there's assumption, I mean, things will never be same. Then again, people should always seek the services of psychologists. When you begin to observe certain things in your family, nothing stops you from seeking the services of psychologists. They will engage you, they will assess the family, and if there are indications that things are going wrong, then as professionals, psychologists will now find a way to resolve the problem before it will degenerate into domestic violence.
It is the view of many that federal government should review the economic policies that resulted the hunger in the land, so as to bring sanity to angry Nigerians and restore peace to Nigerian homes.
Well, to me, I believe love and compatibility, not about money or hunger or whatever. But this thing has to be looked into. A lot is happening. Moving on, honor is said to be given to whom honor is due. It's against this backdrop that the people of Umunameze, clan of Ugogonike Autonomous Community in Enugu East Local Government Area of Enugu State conferred High Chieftaincy title of Ugobweze II on their revered son, Emmanuel Aboko Abo, for his immense contributions to the development of the community. Eukaria Ugu was there and captured this for Sunday Rendezvous.
Umunameze Square was a beehive of activities as people of Nike clan, their traditional rulers, clergy, state and federal government functionaries in the constituency, and even the masquerades converged to witness the epoch-making event. The music sounded. In Nkanu land, the music sounded only for the achievers. The confinement ritual over, the High Chief Emmanuel Aboko Abo was taken around the village and was re-ushered into the arena in his full regalia. High Chief Abo conferred on two distinguished persons the chieftaincy titles of Ezudo and Wanne Number. Cultural display thrilled the guests. As Igbo nationality is known for its egalitarian system of government, the office of the Ugobweze decides menial conflicts in the community. The death of the Ugobweze I called for this replacement.
I promise them that I will work past the one what they do before. I will work more than this.
I will leave no stone unturned in supporting him in any form, for him to be doing anything good to make sure that his seat remains.
The witnesses attested to the well-deserved honor.
Responsibilities come with it, and you have to do as the people wish. The good ones are amongst us anyway, and then carry them along whatever you're doing, so that you will do very well at the end of the day.
I personally expected him to continue doing a good job to the community.
I really have to thank the community for having organized themselves and they know whom to rule them.
So I expect him to do as other people have done and also to even to outperform them.
Congratulations. Our next report is quite disturbing. In a disturbing turn of events, a 17-year-old girl has come forward with allegations that her 53-year-old biological father, a founder of a local sect mission, has been sexually abusing her for nearly a year. The girl claims that her father subjected her to an oath of secrecy within the confines of his temple, threatening her life should she dare to speak out about the abuse. Chinyere Fesi Okoye visited them.
Dad took me to his church, his ministry, and asked me to kneel in the terrain, brought the 2 thunderstone, gave it to me, and asked me to hold it in my hands. When I hold it, he asked me to swear that nothing he teaches me or tell me will I let people know or tell my mom about it, and nothing we do together will I tell anybody. Collected the thunderstone from my hands and the terrain, sealed the oath, and took the thunderstone back to his mercy ground, asked me to go. Some days after, he called me in his room. When I went there, when I asked him, he said he wanted to check if I'm a virgin. So after the checking, he confirmed I'm a virgin and said okay. I was in my room one day. She came inside the inn. He came inside again and started. He asked him what he was trying to do. Like, he said he was just trying to let my vagina open so it won't hurt me or it won't pain me if I try having sex with my husband or if I'm going to have a boyfriend. This was happening when I was 16 years. So I said I swore that anything he tells me I will do, and I won't let anybody know of anything. Or do I want to die? So I said no.
However, the accused, Pastor John Okafor, denied committing the crime, alleging that it was employed by Onyeka Chukwu, the daughter, and her mother to destroy his prayer ministry.
I'm a pastor of a Sabbath church. I just heard of sleeping with my daughter here. She and her mother said they will destroy my prayer ministry. All they are saying is false allegations because I couldn't meet their financial demands.
Despite Pastor Okafor's denial, his 17-year-old daughter and her 34-year-old wife, Ukamaka Okafor, who are now under the care of the Anambra State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare, speak more.
The man used to beat me always, so my sisters tell me to come back to the village. So I carried my daughter when it was a month and 2 weeks and went back to my father's house. We stayed there for 15 years. So in daughter insists that he wants to know his father. So when we came back to Okozo, the father was so shocked because he does not know his daughter. In the night, 2 of them used to sleep, but I feel like as much you have never seen his daughter, and so 2 of them have to know their self as like father and daughter was not anything they can do, let them do. Because as I'm here now, I'm not safe where I did because I know they are villagers and I know they are sisters. If they see anything can kill me now because they are thinking that I'm the one that backed the girl to come here.
He beats me without looking at the back. The same thing with my mom. I just want I and my mom to be free.
Though the accused immediate elder sister denied being aware of the crime, another relative said the matter has been brought to the notice of their family before now. Further alleged that her husband has not been sleeping with her since she came back after their separation for about 15 years. Meanwhile, the accused has been handed over to the police for further investigation and necessary action. In Oka, Chinyere Fesi Okoye.
Well, wonders, they say, shall never end. If you ask me, who do I ask? I'm still going deeper into a more serious issue. This report will keep you wondering. In a heart-wrenching incident that has left Nnewi town in Anambra State in shock, a mother returned home from work to find her 3 children murdered in cold blood in their home. The victims, aged 9, 8, and 5, were discovered in a deep freezer in their home, a scene that kept everyone grappling with disbelief and sorrow. Again, Chinyere Fesi Okoye was there. Disbelief and sorrow. Again, Chinyere Fesi Okoye was there.
But I am not here for any commercial purpose. Rather, I am here to investigate the death of 3 siblings who were allegedly murdered by an unknown assailant. When NTA crew arrived at the crime scene at Nnewi, the compound was locked. Some shop owners around the area said the police sealed the premises while investigation continues. In the quest to get to the root of the matter, Newsline crew proceeded to Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, where mother of the killed siblings is working as a nurse. And with efforts and support of her colleagues via phone call, the crew got in touch with the husband and wife who told their sad story.
So it was on the 1st of February, as usual. This compound is well secured with gate. But because we have 2 responsible medical students, from our own judgment, the gate cannot be locked. Somebody can come in and go out.
So I looked for them, they were not around. I said, is it play that they went to play or they've gone to church without locking everywhere, unlike them? So I went to the kitchen. They didn't eat in the afternoon. I said, to the extent of not eating, is it play that they played away or that made them not to eat? While we were looking for them, the shop beside my house there, a young girl was sitting there. I asked her, have you seen my kids today? She said that she saw them coming back from somewhere with 2 boys. There are 2 young boys. When they came, they went into the house. Later, she saw my younger daughter going to go and buy something. That was the last time she saw them. As we were coming, my neighbor that went to check at the neighborhood also called and said that he didn't see them where he went to. I said, okay, I've exhausted the whole place. I can look for them. That maybe he should enter into my house and check. Maybe because when I came, I saw that their slippers was there and the sandals too that they would have worn to
wherever
were there. I was wondering. So I told him, go inside and look for them. Maybe I didn't search well or just look. So him too, he entered inside and, he searched everywhere. I don't know, I didn't go in with him. He entered and searched everywhere. He said his mind was telling him to go to the fridge. And then he went there and the children were there all like this, inside a small deep freezer, jam-packed inside.
We've never seen this kind of thing. That's the truth. And we don't pray to see it again. But I just want to assure you that as long as the government of Anambra State is concerned, that they will make sure the police do anything possible to see if we can get to the root of this.
On insinuations that the kids were slaughtered, we sought to see bodies of the murdered kids to confirm if there is any physical injury. And behold, there was none.
The bodies were intact, although they were brought in dead, BID. And what we have to do is to preserve the bodies.
We have also brought the parents to come and give us their own brief, who they might be suspecting. We have also invited some of the persons living in that neighborhood, especially in the compound.
parents of the deceased plead for justice for the innocent kids. They pray God to expose the perpetrators as law enforcement agents continue with their findings. From Nnewi, Chinyere Fesi Okoye, NTA News.
On this note, my lips are sealed. I have nothing to say. See you next Sunday. God bless you.